You did not stumble upon this message by accident. If you are here reading or listening to these words, it is no random coincidence. There is a hand far greater than anything you can see guiding your path, observing your steps and refining your spirit in ways the world may never recognize. Every sleepless night, you endured every quiet tear you shed when no one was watching, every battle you fought. In silence, these were never signs of weakness. They were preparation's sacred shaping. Heaven never looked away. Even when it felt like the world had abandoned you, even when doors closed and hope seemed dim, you were being polished for a purpose that is far beyond human understanding. The fires you walked through, the storms you survived, were never meant to break you. They were meant to awaken the power within you. Think about it. Every scar on your heart, every wound that felt like it would never heal, is evidence that you have survived. You have been walking through storms feeling isolated, believing that you were alone. But the truth is, you were never alone. God has been present, orchestrating every moment, planting seeds of strength and endurance, molding your character, and preparing you for a destiny that no eye has seen and no ear has heard. This is the divine reality of your life. You were known before you were born, and you were set apart before your first breath. As Jeremiah 1:5 declares, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." You were not designed merely to exist. You were created to carry a weight, a calling, a light that the world may not understand, but heaven recognizes. There is something undeniably different about you. It is not arrogance. It is not pride. It is a divine signature etched into your very soul. The world may question it. Others may misinterpret it. Some may even be unsettled by it. But this quiet, unshakable strength within you is not ordinary. It is kingdom power. It cannot be replicated, and it cannot be diminished. The gift, the light, and the authority you carry were never meant to sit quietly in the shadows. They were meant to move. They were meant to break chains. They were meant to speak life into the places of death and despair. They were meant to turn ashes into beauty. They were meant to step boldly into realms that others cannot comprehend, because your source is not of this world. This message is not just for inspiration. It is a summons. It is a call to recognize who you truly are. The power within you is alive, waiting for your acknowledgement, waiting for your declaration. It is not enough to simply know that you are chosen. You must claim it. You must declare your readiness. And so, if these words are resonating deep within your spirit, type Amen in the comments. Say it aloud to heaven and to the earth. Let this be your declaration, your agreement, and your commitment to walk fully in what has been assigned to you. This is your moment to awaken to the reality of your divine assignment, to embrace the power that has been patiently growing within you, and to understand that the life you were meant to live is calling you into action right now. The truth is simple, yet profound. You are chosen. You were marked before the foundations of the world. You carry a gift, a light, and a purpose that no one else can carry. It is time to recognize it. It is time to step into it. The journey ahead is not about charm or charisma. It is about calling. And that calling is alive within you, ready to move, ready to transform, ready to heal, and ready to leave an eternal imprint on the world. Your divine assignment is not waiting. It is here, and it is yours. The journey of a chosen one is rarely obvious. It is not meant to be easy, and it is not meant to be fully understood by those around you. What sets you apart is not a title, a position, or the applause of the crowd. It is your presence, the invisible weight you carry, and the refinement you have endured in silence. You may have felt misunderstood, misjudged, or even abandoned in moments when you needed support the most. Yet these trials were not accidents. They were deliberate divine shaping. Your gift and your calling could never have been forged in comfort. They needed the fire. They needed the solitude. They needed the storms that tested your endurance and stretched the limits of your faith. Think about the moments when it felt like everything was collapsing around you. Nights when despair whispered that you could not continue. Days when betrayal or rejection stung deeper than words could describe. These were not signs that you were failing. They were evidence that something greater was being cultivated within you. In those quiet hours of struggle, when no one was watching and no applause came, you were learning endurance. You were learning patience. You were learning how to stand when the world expected you to fall. Romans 5:3-4 reminds us that suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Every heartbreak, every lonely season, every unseen battle was actively producing the depth of character you would need to carry your divine assignment. Isolation often feels like a punishment, but for the chosen, it is a preparation. You have survived storms, not through your own strength, but through alignment with God's presence. As 1 John 4:4 declares, "He who is in you is greater than he who is in the world." That quiet, unshakable strength that you carry was never meant to come from human effort. It is not born from strategy, charm, or sheer willpower. It is born from the divine spirit within you, teaching you to rise even when every visible sign seems contrary. You have prayed in silence when the world was asleep. You have pressed on when your spirit wanted to rest. You have stood firm when betrayal, rejection, or doubt whispered that you should quit. These are the marks of the chosen, the visible proof that the fire did not consume you, but refined you. Strength forged in struggle is different from strength that comes from accolades or recognition. Ordinary people are shaped by praise, convenience, or comfort. You, however, have been shaped by trials tempered by heartbreak and purified by solitude. Each closed door, every unexpected delay, and every season of waiting was not a denial of your destiny, but an intentional design to prepare you for the magnitude of your calling. You have survived storms that would have broken others. You have learned to pray when silence was your only companion. You have risen stronger after every challenge, because God's power, not your own, sustains you. Now the quiet resilience you carry is becoming visible. People may feel it before they understand it. Your presence exposes what cannot be imitated. Your endurance illuminates what casual observers could never replicate. And the truth is, every trial you endured, every lonely night, every battle fought in secret, has positioned you to step into a purpose that the world will recognize even if they cannot fully comprehend the source. You are not here by chance. You are here because every fire, every heartbreak, and every season of silence has been working to prepare you for the glory and the impact that are destined to flow through your life. The mark of the chosen is not always loud or obvious. It is not measured by titles, positions, or applause. Your power is in the subtle, the unseen, the quiet authority that emanates from alignment with heaven. Every step you take, every word you speak, every presence you inhabit carries influence far beyond what human eyes can measure. Even when you feel unnoticed or underappreciated, the atmosphere shifts simply because you are there. You are a living conduit of divine order, and the world feels it whether it admits it or not. Rooms change when you enter. Conversations take new directions, and hearts respond, even in ways that cannot be traced back to your effort. Your presence carries weight because it is not of this world. It is rooted in the eternal, in the Spirit who sustains you. Resistance, envy, and misunderstanding often accompany those who are marked. Others may question you, judge your intensity, or misread your quiet strength. They may pull away, whisper, or even attempt to imitate what cannot be replicated. Yet these are not signs of failure. They are spiritual recognition. Isaiah 54:10 reminds us that, though the mountains be shaken and the hills be removed, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor my covenant of peace be removed. Just as the foundation of your life is built on God's unfailing love, so too is your influence built on spiritual truth, not human approval. People will notice, resist, or misunderstand the force of what flows through you, but their reactions confirm not diminish the reality of your calling. Your gift is not always visible. It is not meant to be measured by applause, recognition, or immediate results. Often, it operates quietly in ways that seem hidden, like seeds planted in soil that has not yet surfaced. Your prayers, your words, your acts of faith, your presence, all these things are moving the unseen. Hearts are being softened, perspectives are being shifted, and courage is being sparked in ways you may never witness firsthand. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, the unseen work of your life is active and eternal. The world may miss it, but heaven notices. The quiet power you carry is shaping realities, dismantling darkness, and cultivating hope where despair once lived. This is why you have been refined through trials, solitude, and endurance. The storms you survived were never just obstacles, they were calibration points. Each fire, each moment of waiting, each silent struggle was designed to refine your ability to carry light and truth into spaces unprepared for it. You have learned to stand unshaken, to hold peace when chaos surrounds you, and to speak life without expectation of recognition. That is the power of presence. That is the mark of a chosen one. That is how heaven works through those who are aligned with it. So as you reflect on your journey, understand that every closed door, every moment of misunderstanding, every quiet season was not wasted. They were the unseen preparation for a presence that moves atmospheres. You were not designed to follow the patterns of this world. You were designed to disrupt, illuminate, and transform. Even when no human eye sees it, your life is shifting reality and your influence is eternal. Your foundation is built on God's love, and that cannot be shaken. That is the power you carry, quiet, unstoppable, and holy. The authority you carry was never forged in applause or public recognition. It was born in the silence of your struggles, in the hidden moments when the world could not see what you endured. Every closed door, every betrayal, every night that felt like the end was never a punishment. It was preparation. It was the refining fire that shaped your resilience, honed your discernment, and cultivated a depth of character that no superficial experience could ever give. Heaven does not waste trials, and the challenges you have faced were not random. They were intentional calibration for the power that now resides in you. Vulnerability is not a weakness for those who are chosen. It is the soil in which your spiritual authority grows. Your willingness to show your scars, to rise after heartbreak, to stand despite exhaustion, has become a tool of influence that cannot be imitated. Think of Hannah, who poured out her anguish before the Lord in 1 Samuel 1, not quietly, but with raw, desperate honesty. Her tears were not wasted. They birthed prophecy, purpose, and life-changing authority. In the same way, your moments of quiet surrender, your private battles, your endurance through pain have built a foundation for your unique calling. What once felt like exposure has become the source of your influence, allowing you to guide, heal, and inspire others from a place of authenticity. Your scars are not marks of defeat. They are proof of survival and keys for others' healing. Every wound that once threatened to consume you now carries wisdom. Every tear that fell in silence has been transformed into insight. Psalm 34:18 reminds us that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. What you have endured has brought you closer to God, and in that closeness, you carry an authority that cannot be taught, purchased, or faked. People may see your exterior, but heaven sees the refined substance within, the patience, the steadfastness, the courage that your trials have sculpted. Perseverance in the unseen, endurance in the private, and surrender in the moments of uncertainty are the tools that give weight to your gift. The world may celebrate charm, success, and performance, but spiritual authority grows in the hidden places where surrender meets purpose. Proverbs 31:25 declares, "She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future." This strength was not built in moments of convenience or applause. It was forged in nights of solitude, seasons of rejection, and storms of resistance. That is why your presence carries gravity, why your words shift hearts, and why your life resonates with power that cannot be explained by human reasoning. The cost of your gift is what makes it sacred and unstoppable. Every trial, every season of waiting, every moment you felt overlooked was an investment into the authority you now wield. Strength without surrender is brittle. Influence without authenticity is shallow. You were chosen not for recognition, not for comfort, but for transformation of yourself and of the world around you. The path was never meant to be easy, but it was always meant to produce something eternal. Your authority is the residue of survival, the fragrance of faithfulness, and the evidence of a life refined by fire. The refinement of your gift is inseparable from the discipline of patience. Just as fire tempers steel, the waiting seasons shape the substance of your authority. Not every open door, not every opportunity that gleams with promise is from God. Discernment is essential because your gift is sacred, and exposure before its appointed time can dilute, damage, or even destroy what heaven has been cultivating in you. The moments when the world urged you to move faster, to chase what seemed urgent, were not missteps, they were tests of alignment. Walking in alignment requires restraint, a quiet obedience to the rhythm of heaven, rather than the clamor of human expectation. Waiting is not delay. Waiting is preparation. Lamentations 3:25 declares, "The Lord is good to those who wait for him, to the soul who seeks him. Patience is power." And the quiet seasons you have endured are evidence of that principle. While others rushed ahead making decisions in haste, you were being refined in the hidden. Every closed door was a divine shield. Every opportunity that didn't arrive on time was a merciful intervention. Every silence that felt like abandonment was a sacred pause, orchestrated to protect the integrity of your gift. Heaven's timing is precise, and the strategic delays were never denials, they were positioning. Premature exposure can crush what is still maturing. Your influence, your light, your capacity to impact others is not meant for immediate display. Like seeds sown in unseen soil, your growth requires darkness, quiet, and patience. If rushed, what could have flourished in fullness may falter in weakness. The world may not understand why you waited, why you resisted shortcuts, or why you declined opportunities that appeared attractive. But God does. He sees the end from the beginning, and his timing is always flawless. Every moment of waiting has been strategic, ensuring that when the appointed hour arrives, your steps will be marked with confidence, authority, and unstoppable power. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us of God's intentionality. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Your waiting is not a punishment. It is preparation for the very plans that were written before you were born. Those plans are not superficial. They are eternal. And while you have endured seasons of uncertainty, delay, or silence, each was an essential part of a larger narrative that only heaven can fully see. You were not overlooked, forgotten, or abandoned. You were being readied for a purpose far beyond what the world could measure or understand. True alignment demands trust. It calls for listening more than reacting, discerning more than pursuing, and stepping only when God's presence moves you. This is the sacred rhythm of obedience, not dictated by fear, not dictated by desire, not dictated by human expectation, but guided by the invisible hand of heaven. When you finally walk through the doors that are divinely opened, you will not stumble. You will not need validation. You will arrive with clarity, authority, and the impact that only one who has been patiently refined can carry. Every not yet has been mercy. Every closed door has been protection. Every silent season has been divine preparation. The power of alignment is that it multiplies your gift. What was once private becomes public influence. What was once hidden becomes undeniable revelation. Patience ensures that your steps honor the weight of your calling and magnify the eternal impact of your presence. The moment has been set, the preparation has been done, and now, when the timing is right, your life will move in rhythm with heaven, not the noise of the world carrying influence that is unstoppable, precise, and holy. As you step into the fullness of your calling, understand this: your life carries influence far beyond what human eyes can measure. Every act of faithfulness, every quiet moment of obedience, every prayer whispered in the secret place carries weight in the spiritual realm. You do not need a crowd to recognize your value, nor applause to affirm your authority. The unseen is more real than the seen, and your presence anchored in heaven, not human approval, moves forces that no one can resist. This is the essence of being a chosen woman. Your influence begins where others cannot trace it, yet it reaches farther than the visible world could ever contain. Your steps, words, and prayers are not idle. They are spiritual markers that shift atmospheres, bend favor, and awaken truth in hearts that are attuned to your frequency. When you walk with alignment, you are no longer merely passing through life, you are shaping it. The quiet moments, the times when no one notices, the seasons when you feel like your efforts are unseen, are actually the most powerful. Like seeds sown in fertile yet hidden soil, they take root and grow, producing fruit you may not yet see. The world may overlook your preparation, but heaven counts every moment, every sacrifice, every prayer, every act of courage. These are the foundations of the influence you were born to carry. This is the hour to stop shrinking. Too long, you may have dimmed your light to make others comfortable, or silenced your voice to avoid judgment. But the time for restraint is over. Your gift, your presence, your voice. They were never meant to blend in. They were never designed to be small. You are divinely positioned to carry revelation into spaces where deception lingers, to bring hope where despair has settled, and to ignite courage where fear has tried to take root. Every closed door that delayed your path, every trial that tested your endurance, every quiet season of preparation has set the stage for this exact moment. Do not wait for validation from the world. You do not need permission to move forward because God has already set you apart. The unveiling of your gift will not depend on applause, approval, or acknowledgement. It will depend on your obedience, your courage, and your willingness to step fully into what has been written on your spirit from the foundation of the world. When that moment comes, your life will speak, your steps will resonate, and the world will bear witness to what heaven has been shaping in secret. Claim your identity. Declare it boldly. You are chosen, appointed, and marked. Every word you speak, every choice you make, every step you take in alignment with your calling is a declaration of the divine strategy embedded within you. You are no longer waiting for permission, no longer shrinking to fit expectations that are not yours. Your influence is real. Your impact is eternal. And the moment to walk boldly, to embrace fully the identity that was forged in the hidden, is now. The call is clear. Rise with confidence. Move with purpose. Speak with authority. Carry yourself as one who knows that heaven has written your path, and that what has been hidden in preparation will now be revealed in power. The world will see it. The unseen will shift, and your alignment with heaven will become unstoppable. This is stepping into your divine assignment, claiming your territory, and walking fully as the chosen woman you were always meant to be. As we arrive at the culmination of this message, it is time to step fully into what God has been shaping in you. All the trials, all the seasons of silence, all the refining fires were not wasted. They were laying the foundation for this very moment. You have been prepared in ways unseen, strengthened in ways unspoken, and positioned in ways the world cannot comprehend. Now is the time to recognize the fullness of your calling, to activate the power, presence, and authority that has been forged within you. This is not merely a closing, it is a commissioning. Heaven itself is affirming what has been written on your spirit from before the foundations of the world. Pause for a moment and reflect on what you have endured. Consider the sleepless nights when your heart wrestled with doubt, the moments when you prayed in silence because no one else understood the heartbreaks that seemed to threaten to break you but did not. All of this was preparation, not punishment. The God who never overlooks, the hidden, the divine architect of your destiny, has been shaping your character, your perspective, and your spiritual resilience. Every tear, every trial, every quiet victory has been recorded in the eternal ledger of heaven, and each has contributed to the fullness of your identity as a chosen woman. Now, lift your heart in gratitude. Thank God for the refinement, for the invisible hand that guided, protected, and positioned you. Acknowledge the strength that has emerged through surrender, the wisdom that has grown through discernment, and the courage that has been cultivated through patience. Gratitude opens the door for alignment. It clears the noise of distraction and draws your spirit into harmony with heaven's rhythm. Your life is no longer shaped by circumstances or opinions. It is shaped by the presence of God dwelling in you. As we move into prayer, commit to living by presence, not performance. Let holiness, not hustle, define your actions. Let faithfulness, not visibility, be your standard. Every step you take from this moment forward is a declaration that you will walk in what heaven has written on your life. Let your words, your decisions, and your influence be infused with divine intention. Pray for boldness to move when God moves discernment to recognize what is from Him and what is counterfeit, and fruitfulness in every sphere of life you touch. Ask for protection over your spirit, clarity over your calling, and an unshakable alignment with the divine strategy being unfolded through you. If you feel the stirring of your soul responding to this commissioning, declare it openly. Type in the comments, "I will walk in what heaven has written." Let this be your covenant with God, your public affirmation of obedience, and your alignment with the divine assignment that is unfolding. Let heaven witness your yes, and let earth begin to feel the shift as you step into the fullness of your calling. Remember, the seeds sown in the unseen soil of preparation are now ready to blossom, and your life will begin to visibly reflect what has been cultivated in secret. Finally, continue walking boldly. Do not return to old patterns that dilute your power or distract your focus. You were never meant to blend in or conform to the ordinary. You were born to carry the light, to shift atmospheres, and to embody the presence of heaven on the earth. Every room you enter, every word you speak, and every act of faithfulness will ripple beyond what you can see. You are marked, refined, and released to step into your divine authority with confidence and courage. Go forth, knowing this: your gift is sacred, your influence eternal, and your life a revelation in motion. Walk in alignment, act in faith, and rise in purpose. The world will notice, heaven will rejoice, and your calling will bear fruit beyond measure. You are chosen, you are powerful, you are unstoppable. Amen.